Cool. We'll see what happens.
No, it's working great. Like, it's perfect. It hasn't even dropped at all. So I don't know.
Sweet.
I think just
crap.
earlier it was fucking shit in the bed.
I messed up the thumbnail. There's like a white spot on the edge.
Hey guys, we're back.
Hey yo, are we on video now?
We killed Ryan though. Ryan's dead. He's no longer alive. He won't be for this.
He's done.
You can't keep me down.
Shit, he's back from the grave.
Hey, we didn't say you could talk. No,
I'll give up what you say.
Zombie stream.
Oh, you know what I realized?
Right.
We like went live without me. Oh, I did fix everything. Oh, look at wow, I did something right. Fantastic.
Weird.
All right.
Oh, you guys missed a great interview with SJ.
They didn't miss it.
They missed it. They'll never see it. We're keeping it to ourselves. This is our own private interview.
It's our own private interview. There we go. Do. My head hurts.
What's up, friends? How you doing, buddy?
Welcome back, everyone.
Dude, that sucks that your internet just dies at the stream time and then it comes back.
Bro, it's working fine right now. It's crazy. That's wild. Well, it'll stop working when we go live. Don't worry about it.
Oh yeah.
We're going live in 20 seconds.
Let's count down. 16, 15.
15.
I always like to say that just to wait. Where's the 3 seconds?
Oh yeah.
God damn it.
I'm glad I didn't show the actual screen. Champ was like fixing his pants there. Okay. Welcome to the Japanese Music News Podcast. Wow, I messed that up again. But anyways, we talk about Japanese music news and other music-related things. Welcome to the GYZE Podcast. That's what I meant to say.
There we go.
We're
Japanese
back.
Music Podcast.
The internet's working. Can I get a round of applause in the chat, everyone? No, we need. I don't even want to do this. No excitement. No wake up and rage.
You know what?
I need energy, guys.
Doesn't Zoom auto sound like cut out clapping sounds?
Does it?
I don't know.
Can you guys hear that?
No.
You can't?
What the hell?
No, I hear nothing. That's crazy.
Wow. Okay.
Wow, it was completely muted.
All right. Well, welcome, guys. We just talked about Bandmade with SJ Nix from Made News Network. I will be posting that right after the stream. We came back because we were like, let's try this again, and the internet is completely fine. So yeah,
that was after we were like, should we just quit?
Yeah.
Screw this. We're done.
Yeah, we were like, this is the last time we're ever going to talk to anybody about anything.
Man.
And then we changed our mind, so we're back.
Man, your echo got for real right now.
Mine?
Yeah.
Champ's echo?
Champ.
Yeah, Champ's echo.
You're like, it could be the room you're in, man.
Are you playing The Last Rockstars right now?
We just did an hour podcast though.
You sound like
it was
that.
fun.
You didn't talk a lot during that. I'm just noticing it a lot right here. So it's like,
okay. I'll stop talking again. Bye.
Did your mic disconnect?
No, you don't have to stop talking. You have a room mic. Like you can't hear. I don't think that's the actual mic.
Does it help when I go like this?
No,
I don't think it's
sounds
connected
exactly
right
the
now.
same. Sounds exactly the same.
Remember how we had this thing before where
Yeah, it got somewhere in that interview it got disconnected and all of a sudden it sounded like you were in a echoplex.
I thought it was he wasn't saying too much, so I didn't really worry about it. I was gonna but anyways, this doesn't matter. Let's talk about BiSH. So did you guys know BiSH is not ending? It is not over.
No, I saw a thing before that said they were done, but they kept making new videos and stuff, but they were going to be done.
Nope. We now get confirmation why they kept doing these high quality videos, because it's not actually ending. Instead, they're replacing all the members.
What?
So they started auditions and they're being held in 5 cities they're being held in 5 other cities other than Tokyo, and they're going to interview them and find out the next members to replace them all. So they're actually going to be still a group. How do you guys feel about that?
No crossover members?
No crossover members.
That's not
What?
BiSH anymore. What the heck?
It is if you replace one at a time, even if it's in quick succession. You know, just like
One at a
replacing
time.
all the wood on a
all at
boat.
once.
How do you guys feel about
That's-
that? Do you think that's still BiSH? Should they change the title? What do you think?
I fucking
It's
care. It sounds good.
insane.
I feel like BiSH needs Ina.
I think they've been alluding to one thing, then now they're not doing that. And then they're going to say, hey, we're switching all the members. And we'll be like, you know what? During auditions, the members that were here were actually the best participants. So they're BiSH still.
That's like if we went and bought like PewDiePie's YouTube channel and then started broadcasting GYZE guys on it.
We should fucking do that, bro.
We should do that.
Who's got a couple $1 million?
PewDiePie, can we get your channel, please? Can we borrow for a day? He might let us. You never know. He might say yes.
I mean, my whole perspective on this is like, okay, you know when you love a band and then they change like 2 of the members, but 2 of the originals are still there, and it still kind of ruins like a good chunk of it for you.
Yeah.
Now we're talking about doing 100% of that. So like, I can't imagine if it's annoying at 50% that it wouldn't be extra annoying at 100%.
Depends on how much you like the band, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, this is
Maybe it's
interesting
like
what
a sports
Cookie
team.
Monster said.
People really love the Bears because they're the Bears, not because of the members of the Bears.
Oh,
They just really like
interesting.
BiSH.
Is that the same though? I mean, that's football.
Cookie Monster said
The team
it's
can
actually
be
gonna
really good,
called-
really bad, but they still like the team. Maybe it's the same thing with BiSH.
Yeah.
Cookie Monster said it's actually going to be called BiSH Next. So it's like BiSH, then BiSH, now BiSH Next.
So at least they are alluding to it being
Okay.
different a little bit.
You're changing
And-
the name.
Right, disregard all prior.
It's like Saved by the Bell, the college years.
Yeah.
Except whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Netflix
Scrubs,
Cowboy
Scrubs
Bebop.
season 9. How about that?
He said the members are
Uh-oh.
actually doing the audition process. It's not whack trying to keep BiSH alive.
Well, okay.
Okay.
Well, you know, it depends on what you consider whack, right? They didn't write the music, right? Like the girls that were the main sort
don't-
of like
they had
they have
other
a band
producers.
behind them and producers behind them that's writing the music. So
Yeah.
I'm not sure if those parts are changing. If those parts are staying and it's the same, staying the same, and they are going to continue to write the same type of music with different people performing them, I mean, it's a little different because of the world that we're coming from, the all idol world, right? Like it's not,
Yeah.
you know, you have like
Right.
there's 2 different presentations. There's the band behind them, and then the girls that are up front, right? That's different than like if it was just a band where each instrument is being
If you
played
got,
by
if you
one of
got
the people on
the
stage.
same people in production writing the music, then they very much would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
point.
Right? It's
It's
still it's
But
still
it's for
BiSH
the
at
people that get
point.
attached to, the members, the emotional side of things where people get
Yeah.
attached to it. I think that's where it comes
Yeah.
in.
Well, like imagine if Bandmate did this. Like we're gonna keep the name, but all the members are changing.
And-
Yeah, it would be rough. That would be really rough. But they're writing the
A
music.
different
That's
thing,
the
yeah.
difference.
Yeah. Well, speaking of a band that lost 100% of their members, if you guys remember in December, DEXCORE lost 50% of their members, which Champ just said is also very annoying. But they had abruptly announced that the bassist and drummer would leave the band with less than 2 weeks' notice. However, fast forward to January, the band has already overcome this trial, returning with a new bassist and support drummer. So they got a new bassist. Drummer's not official yet, but they will be coming back together to do some music. They're a really cool band. They are heavy as fuck. You guys should check them out if you like some heavy music. Very, very, very cool band.
If you have
And-
core in your name, you better be heavy.
Oh, it is.
What if it's called softcore?
Then you better be porn. I know what I'm looking for when I read these words, all right?
I think I was just happy to know that the vocalist and guitars were still in the band because I think that's what I liked the most about the band was the guitars and vocalists. So I'm really excited to see if they bring in like a really heavy hitter drummer. We'll see who that is. But the new bassist is going to be Toru. So they do have the 3 members as of right now. So I'm hoping they announce the drummer very soon. The support drummer is going to be Maki from bands Undead Corporation, which is a badass band, and Broken by the Scream and GYZE. So that is really cool. And they just, I just heard about this. Who recently changed their name to RYUJIN. So talking about that a little bit today too. That's interesting that they changed their name. So a couple things here. Yeah, we'll get to GYZE right now. I didn't expect that to be in the article also. But yeah, GYZE's changing their name.
To RYUJIN.
Yeah, to RYUJIN. I'm trying to...
Which is just like the name, like a common name in Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that the name of that guy who does the polygamy?
It would be like if somebody named the band in America Steve.
Yeah.
I don't know band name Steve, you know.
So they were signed to Napalm Records, so they reincarnated RYUJIN under Napalm Records. And in this article, so it used to mean Samurai Metal GYZE, and I thought that was a badass name, so I really don't understand why they changed it. Maybe it had to do with signing the worldwide contract with Napalm Records, which congratulations to them. They have the Matt Heafy producing them, so maybe that has something to do with it. Maybe I don't know. I really don't know what the reason is for that. But Matt Heafy and American Metal.
What was their popularity like? You know, were they doing real well or were they like struggling?
They're doing okay.
Yeah, I do get the feeling that like sometimes like if you feel like you've plateaued, just shifting around something like a name or a gimmick or style or whatever like might be enough to get sort of a freshening up and see new audiences who had maybe heard of you before and didn't give you a chance. Now they're gonna give you a chance again.
It is kind of a mystical thing, like how bands pop and what works and what doesn't. Like you never know what combination is gonna work until you try it.
Well, Teresa said we should make a shirt. Thank you for the super chat, and it should be called "You Better Be Porn" shirt.
Got some work to do, Ryan.
What? Sorry, I was looking up RYUJIN.
We need to look it up.
You're gonna have to visualize a shirt.
Looking up porn shirts.
See, God, what do you guys? That's what you're talking about.
But anyways,
I want to know.
Matt Heafy from Trivium is their manager, producer, and mentor. Heafy, who is Japanese American, will produce RYUJIN's 5th studio album. Technically, it's their first. Is it their first? Right? Because they changed the name. Anyways, a 4-piece metal band offers a unique blend of shredding guitars, ripping vocals, and traditional Japanese elements. Frontman Ryoji not only provides lead guitar and vocals, but also plays the traditional shamisen, iru, and dragon flute. You know, we should just bring
shamisen,
sorry. We should bring on Ryoji to ask him about it. That'd be a good question to ask him. He would definitely be down to come on.
So their manager is Matthew Heafy from Trivium?
And producer.
The guitarist and singer of Trivium.
Yes.
Matthew Heafy.
Yeah.
And he's just their manager.
No, manager and producer.
And producer. That's so interesting.
You guys should watch that interview. We talk about that with him. We do have it on the guys. We had an interview talking to him about Matt Heafy. Very fascinating stuff.
We busted this news months ago, man.
Yeah.
I don't watch the guys.
Luckily, I don't either when I'm on the show.
I'm forced to watch it because of clips.
Wave knows more about it than anybody.
That's the only reason I remember your Diggity Dog reference.
He had it on repeat. So Ryoji says in a statement that he is grateful to announce on behalf of RYUJIN x GYZE, like a phoenix from the ashes, GYZE has become RYUJIN. Matthew Heafy from Trivium is our manager, producer, mentor. We are proud to have just signed a worldwide deal with amazing Napalm Records. We are ready to make this band a worldwide known act and to bring happiness and excitement to everyone around the globe. The name RYUJIN comes from the Japanese dragon god king with the same name. In Japanese lore, RYUJIN freely moves heaven and earth, moves the clouds, blows the wind, and makes it rain. The Dragon God King also controls the flow of weather, ocean currents, and geothermal heat. Damn, this is a crazy explanation. We can't wait for you to hear the music we've been working on.
You know, this sounds like GYZE was under contract, and since they dissolved GYZE and changed it to RYUJIN so they could do what they wanted.
Taylor Swift
from under that label. Yeah,
right. But that's just speculation.
Yeah,
isn't that one of the dragons?
It seems like an odd thing to do when you're kind
Breath
of
of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild? I don't know. Trivium frontman also had a statement. He said, "It is my incredible honor to announce that I am officially working with the newly reincarnated form of GYZE for management, production, and mentoring. RYUJIN is the Japanese king of the dragons. Namesake of this for the band is nothing but appropriate." So this seems like a overall decision between everyone. So RYUJI is one of the most talented human beings I've ever had the privilege of knowing, whether it's his monstrous screaming, powerful singing, otherworldly guitar playing, and he plays like every instrument, or his masterful songwriting. He is a musical force of nature. So
awesome.
Nice.
So yeah.
So hearing stuff.
I can't wait to see how it sounds with Matt Heafy producing an album. That's what I'm looking forward to. I am excited to see how that all comes together. You know,
what are your thoughts on Trivium?
I'm not a fan.
It's a band that I don't go off to listen to a lot, but every time it comes on, I'm like, what the fuck is this? This is pretty awesome. So yeah, I like them.
Have you ever heard Trivium Wave?
No.
Apparently I've seen them in concert. One of my friends was like, yeah, we saw them in South Bend. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Saw Trivium? You think I'd remember that? Because that'd be a badass show. But they're like they're like the first or second opener for a band. So it was a while ago.
I actually think they're pretty awesome. I mean, I haven't listened to their stuff in the last like 10 years, to tell you the truth, but during my like big, mellow death phase or whatever, I was a big fan of Trivium for a couple albums there. And I think that he's really good. He's a great guitarist and a good vocalist.
Yeah.
But the thing, we're talking about him being a producer on this, like Trivium always had, even from their very beginning albums, great production to it. From my perspective, I thought the guitar tones always sounded great. I thought the mixing was always good to hear. Like so I am really excited about this now too.
I'm excited to see like the forces of them, because I wasn't really a big Trivium fan. There's some songs that I like, but I really want to see how Matt Heafy does as a producer, because sometimes like, since he has the experience of being in a band like that was huge. I remember them being huge when I was in high school, where everybody was talking to him. Back then they were like, oh, this is the next Metallica. That's what was always being shoved down my throat. So that's why I never listened to him. Literally,
he sounded more like James Hetfield than James Hetfield did.
Yeah, so that was why I didn't listen to him, because I was a huge Metallica fan at the time, and people were like, "It's exactly like Metallica." I'm like, "Fuck that! I'm not listening to it."
Yeah, so I remember that. You know what hurt that too? They did a cover of Master of Puppets back in like 2005.
Oh, that really doesn't help.
that made a lot of people, like the new age people, oh, listen how good this is, and the Metallica fans being like, "Bro, what the fuck is this shit?" You know.
Like a perfect rendition of their song. Like it was like a great cover, wasn't it?
Was it a great cover? It's pretty good,
dude. I'm sure the drums are like interesting.
It's a good cover. It doesn't sound like Metallica though. So you know how Metallica fans are. Like they're gonna get upset when Metallica song doesn't sound like Metallica.
But now it's cool. Cover Master of Puppets, man. Because
gotta get those triggered kicks.
Do you guys remember when Avril Lavigne covered Metallica? Oh my god. People shit their pants.
She did Fuel, right?
Yeah.
The best, I gotta say, the best cover of a Metallica song that I've heard, because they did a whole rendition to it and changed it up, was The Warning. I really love how they covered Enter Sandman. They did it like their own way, and I thought that was so badass. Like, it is nothing like the original, but still its own badass version. They cover it in a really weird way that I thought was masterful. Like it was really good. Like they actually made it their own. That's one of my favorite Metallica covers.
They made a big long intro to a 30-second song. That's what it sounded like to me.
Who did?
The Warnings version of Enter Sandman. It's like,
okay. I liked it. I thought it was interesting.
It's okay.
I haven't heard it, but I don't really like the original that much, so it can only go up from there.
Watch my speed metal version of it.
I would like that probably a lot more, honestly.
My brain is too slow for speed metal.
You don't have to do the work, Wave. You just listen.
I can't help it.
But got some quick news stuff here. Lonesome Blue played their first live show, so
cool.
Congrats to them. They had a nice packed crowd there. That looks really cool.
Their first live show ever?
Yeah, first live show as a group. I don't know if it's their first ever.
Quick question. Does this happen a lot over there? Where bands
first shows
release full albums before they do one show as a band?
Nowadays, yes. I mean, That's what we tried to do with Dichotic. We tried not to do any shows until we had a whole album out. So yeah,
Really?
and we did do that
Wow.
actually. We didn't have the album ready.
I
and then we
I don't know why. I just always assumed that people played shows before they released albums. Like, I don't know, to test out the
Most
waters
people
and stuff.
do that though. Most people do that. I did that in previous bands, so I can definitely see why you would think that, because a lot of bands do that. They want to work it out, you know. But for me, I'm just like now that you can have the ability to just take a camera and record what you're doing, you can perfect it like that, you know.
True.
What do you play if you don't have an album out?
The songs that you're working on, you know, like the songs that you've written but you haven't gone and recorded yet, you know.
See, my
that is ideal, because then you can hear, like, get the audience feedback and make improvements before you.
And I'm not even talking about like a big show or anything. Just like, you know, you go in front of 150 people and you play like, you know, your 5-song set or whatever. I just always assumed that like every band did that before they released an album.
You're referencing when people actually had to get together and play together to write songs. And what I think Wade was alluding to is you don't have to do that anymore.
Yeah, am I that old?
Yeah.
Damn.
People don't just go and play in garages anymore, dude. They're online.
Garages are fun. We gotta get back to the garage bands.
Yeah, it is cool, but it's not. It's super inconvenient now, and now you can do a whole album in a room and barely disturb the person, you know, in the next apartment or whatever. And I guess that's what people are kind of utilizing. I imagine it's got to be weird when they get together. It's like, okay, never actually played this song all the way through, you know.
I was just thinking about this the other day.
I've done that shit. Like, I go to play someone, like, oh, I've never actually played the song all the way through. Let's go.
Yeah. That nervous laughter meant a lot to me right there, though. You know?
I was just thinking about that the other day when I was watching like Muse play a live session, and just that band energy you get, because it was all filmed in one room. They were playing together, and it was like, man, I miss that. Because I used to play in live bands, play at band practice and stuff, and now, like, this last, I don't know, 5 years, not playing with any other people, and it's such a different experience, and I miss actually playing with people in person.
Right.
Like, when Yoyoka came over, that was the only time I've played with other people in a long time, and it was just such a rush, such a different experience, because you feed off that energy, and like, as much as I love staying in my own little hermit shell in my house and playing by myself, I know I have more fun if I'm playing with other people in person.
It is a really unique thing when you can experience that. And it used to be a lot more common than it is now. So yeah, there might be some people that it's weird because they may not miss it because their first experience wasn't that, like, jamming around, figuring out songs. Is they write it together and then they come together to perform it, as opposed to, I mean, they write it separately, you know, instead of figuring out together. I don't know. It's a very different dynamic.
Which wasn't an option back in the 90s.
No, it's just shifted. Well, not even just the 90s. I mean,
you're like
the first 10 years of the 2000s too. You know?
Hurrying home, trying to remember a melody in your head so you can like write it down or something, or put on your tape recorder. I can't forget this. I'm gonna forget them. I
have like 5 million voice notes that I'll never listen to again.
Yeah, I guess I think back to, like, you know, being in bands, and it's like the amount of times that we did like rehearsal, like we would do rehearsal like twice per week, you know, before we ever played any shows. We would do that for like, I don't know, 3 to 6 months, and then we would play shows before we actually released any of our album stuff too, just to try to, like, you know, grab a fan base and see how we were doing and blah 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 blah. So I guess it's just shifted completely around where you do it in the opposite direction now. You write the music, you get a good recording of it, and then you hope that picks up enough that people are going to come see you after.
Well, look at the Warning. Backwards. Like, they started on YouTube. They weren't even like super tight and professional yet when they started. They just shared their entire journey of learning their instruments and starting to play as a band. And now they're freaking tight rock stars. They opened for Muse last month. It's like, that's such a different band experience than anything you'd see in the past, where you can literally watch these kids grow up playing together as a band. That's like behind the scenes stuff you'd never see from musicians that pop in the future, is when they're actually growing as musicians.
That's true.
Used to be introduced to them after they already know all their shit.
Yeah, you go to see a show and the band's already got a full lineup ready, you know? And like nowadays it's so crazy that you could work on one song for 6 months, release that one song and hope it gets 1 million viewers, and that might be all you have. You know, that might be the only content you've actually produced. But that's okay, because that's how the world works now.
Yep. BRIDEAR fires up a live album in Aegis of London. So when they were on tour in Europe, they actually recorded an entire live album, which is really cool. So they excitedly announced that it will be releasing on February 17th. The album was recorded in London and at the Boston Music Room during their Decide to Survive tour 2022. The live album showcases BRIDEAR's style of heavy metal and progressive arrangements, dazzling technical prowess, and pop rock hooks in a live venue. Plus, it is the first BRIDEAR album to feature new guitarist Mo, who joined after Misaki's departure last year. So you guys can check that out now. I thought that was really cool that they came out with that. Man with a Mission, Malay deliver an opening theme for the anime Demon Slayer. So I didn't know Demon Slayer was still going on.
Whoa,
But,
say that one more time. Sorry.
they're doing delivering opening theme Kizuna no Kiseki for anime Demon Slayer.
Oh, for season 3, I guess.
Season 3, yeah. I didn't even know there was
that, man.
Yeah, they put the promo came out last month for the season 3, so it should be coming out pretty soon.
Yeah, and this is a band that I keep forgetting to get to, and I need to. A really cool article that came out that I want to talk to you guys about that I thought was pretty genius. Dir En Grey are creating a official travel package for fans outside of Japan to go to their shows. So J-Rock fans from overseas may struggle with travel to Japan, be it organization, the language barrier, or difficulty getting tickets to see their favorite bands. However, the infamous metal band Dir En Grey invites overseas fans to join them in Japan with exclusive travel packages. The first official travel package offers a convenient travel experience and includes one ticket to the coveted Dir En Grey concert. I thought that was such an awesome idea. So their basic plan, and there's a basic plan and a premium plan. The basic plan runs from May 28th through June 3rd, exploring the areas of Tokyo, Kyoto, and Osaka. The premium plan runs from May 28th to June 5th, adding a basic itinerary stops to Kobe, Tobaise, and Nagano. Check out the details at the bottom of the post for pricing. So pretty much you get to go visit all those places and everything, and then you also get to see Dir En Grey when you go travel. So I thought that was a really clever idea. So you pretty much get a ticket there. Man. What you're doing, Ryan, right? You're going to travel to Japan. Imagine if you have the tickets already bought already, and then you have your specific places to go to.
Huh. And you must have like tour guide or something too, or someone that you can communicate with.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it sounds really cool in theory, but I do want to know a little bit more about the details, I think, eventually, because it's like, what exactly are they doing when it comes to...
I got those details for you right here.
Okay, detail me up, baby.
The package includes everything one would need for a trip to Japan, including airport transfers, JR rail pass, hotels, activities with an English-speaking guide, and one ticket to Dir En Grey concert. The concert takes place on May 31st at the venue Namba Hatch in Osaka. It is also possible to request a second ticket for their concert on June 1st, the finale of Tour 23 Polaris. The finale is also held at the Namba Hatch in Osaka, and which is a sacred venue to Dir En Grey and their fans. Not including this tour, Dir En Grey has played Namba Hatch 80 times. Wow. So there's your details.
It's brilliant. This is a brilliant plan for them, and a lot of people are going to want to do that. A lot of people are going to feel really way more comfortable knowing that everything is taken care of in one fell swoop instead of trying to individually set everything up for them.
I mean, everything.
This is going to make them a lot of money too, you know.
Yeah,
so like, this is good for everybody.
I mean, think about that though. Affordable? You get the pass, you get the rail pass, which is super important over there. Like even the flights, you get the guide. I'm looking for the prices, so
the prices are gonna matter, you know, because the way that you really figure this out is how much do these things cost without the package, right? Like if you were to purchase them individually, it probably will end up being cheaper. But
here's the prices. Who wants to translate that really fast?
Holy, 193,
164,000 for a twin room.
So
All
the
right,
basic
I'm gonna-
package. Oh wow, 1475 USD.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
actually way less than
Wait
I
a minute.
expected.
How much?
1,400. No, 1,475
That's not too bad.
USD.
Because that's how much a plane
Per
costs
person.
normally round trip. I was looking for Babymetal, and I can't even get a plane ticket for less than 2,000 round trip.
All right, so the big one is $2,300.
Okay.
Dang.
$2,300. Does this come with? Because it says JPY single room. Does it come with board?
Oh, I looked
Is
at
it like
the
a hotel room?
193.
Yeah, it does come with a room. So, but you can choose between a twin and a single room, depending on your plan. So if you choose a basic
I'm
plan
gonna
with a
look at
twin room, this is the price. Basic plan with a single room, this is the price, and so on.
Is it one day?
No, it's for the days that they said at that I said at
Yeah.
the top. I can't remember.
Like 5 days or something.
Yeah.
Not bad.
The,
I-
the
You gotta
application
give it to them.
the application period is from February 7th to February 14th. So if this is something you guys are interested in, I would go check that out.
If you get the twin room on the basic plan, it's only around like $1,300. So
That's not
Yeah.
bad.
Right. Wait. So the twin room is
Less than it's
cheaper
costing
than the single room?
maybe you
That's
have to
weird.
share it with another person or something.
Yeah, twin
is
room you
300.
share maybe. No. I don't know.
I don't-
Who knows? I have a feeling the twin room you share with somebody, and the
Maybe
single
it's
room you don't.
maybe it's literally referring to the bed size. Like you get a twin bed in one of the rooms, and then
Mm.
like a regular size bed in the other one.
Single.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Uh,
Either way, I mean, if I had $2,300 to go travel across Japan, I'd probably take this package. Like this sounds like a really, really good way to get people that are novices in that land, but are interested to like see things, especially for a concert, to get it all done at once, man. I think this is brilliant.
right? I always thought that was a really cool idea. And-
Oh, okay. Simno said if it's a twin room is the price per person if you have 2 people. And if you
Okay.
have a room to yourself, then it's the single room price.
That's crazy. So it's more money to be by yourself and less money
Yeah.
to have someone with you.
Taking more room.
Yeah.
I-
Oh, yeah.
oh.
I guess.
Okay, I don't really
Well,
get that.
I don't
I
get
mean-
that either.
You'd probably have to buy 2 of the twin packages to get
Yeah.
that deal.
Elliot,
Ah.
Elliot, yeah. It's less per person.
I just
I
found
was,
the
I was
light
with
go
you on that one, Alan. I was like, what the hell? Why would I do this ever? But okay, that
I
makes
like
more
the,
sense.
the light went on. I was like, oh, I get it now.
Yeah. Bandmaid should do the same, friends. I don't know if Bandmaid's got the dough rolling in.
Babymetal should do that, man. Babymetal
Yeah,
should have done that for Fox
Babymetal
Day.
should do that.
That would have
I
been
agree.
perfect. I would buy it in a heartbeat. I would have been there. I might even consider it for Dir En Grey. I'll go in debt for that. Let's go.
Rod, it's still cheaper than most football parties for today's game.
Very true. Very true. So something that I missed, my fault on this one, guys. Knotfest had announced that they're going to be playing. It's going to be on April 1st and 2nd, Saturday, Sunday. But they have a lot of Japanese bands that are going to be joining them for Knotfest, which I thought was really cool. We got Man with a Mission, Max from the Hormone, Crystal Lake, and we got which is Dir En Grey. I forget his name. What's his name? The vocalist for Dir En Grey. Rio? No, I can't remember. Anyways, this is his other project, Petted at Brandicon. Very heavy band. So we have some Japanese bands that are going to be
Kyo.
playing in that. What? Say it again. Kyo.
Kyo?
Thank you. Now Crystal Lake lost some members, so I wonder if they're gonna be ready because you remember their singer had left. So I'm wondering if they have that figured out. So it's a 2-day event that takes place on April 1st, April 2nd at the venue in Makahari Messe in Chiba, Japan. It features a mix of best Western and Japanese bands headlined by Slipknot themselves. I wonder if Bandmaid might get on that at last minute. That'd be cool. But maybe they're not heavy enough. I don't know. But Man with a
Maybe they haven't
Mission
played before.
is a mellower band, so they would fit along. I think they would still fit along in this lineup. But
Let me ask you something. I've always wondered this. Do you think that like if a band is technical enough, they can kind of like surpass the heaviness
yes,
aspect?
yeah, that
They're
sometimes
already-
happens. That does happen sometimes.
Yeah, because like I feel like they're not that heavy, but like they're so technical that they almost sound heavy sometimes. That like I feel like you can accept them.
They were gonna play one
shows.
before, but it got canceled. Right? They're supposed to play at Knotfest.
Yeah.
That Maximum the Hormone song we listened to before the podcast wasn't as heavy as most bandmate music.
Yeah,
I'd
but
say it's probably about
their general thing is heavy, and those bands choose specific songs depending on the crowd. You know, they're not going to be playing that song probably, because if you look at these bands, but yeah, I think they could. I do think technical can weigh in there. So we got Trivium, Man with a Mission, In Flames, The Oral Cigarettes, which is also from Japan, Survive, Said the Prophet, never heard that one, Crystal Lake, A Crowd of Rebellion, Maximum the Hormone, Parkway Drive, Cold Rain, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, another band from Japan, and then Petit Bradman Khan. I always mess it up. Oh, we got Korn. I totally skipped Korn.
Korn and Slipknot, right?
Slipknot, Trivium.
That's a monstrous lineup. But imagine if they had that whole thing they did with Dir En Grey for this festival. Dude, I'd be on it.
Where is this again?
This is going to be at Makahare Messe Hall, where Babymetal just played.
Right.
So.
Dude, this is a crazy lineup. I would love to be there for this.
Yeah, exactly. But my point is, like, wouldn't it be awesome if we had that similar deal for something like that?
Yeah.
Like a 2-day
wish they had that
festival
in the
and you had
US,
that package.
If I could get a tourist package for the Florida festival.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Well, that's sick. Anyway, I think that's a cool ass show right there. I mean, there's some really good bands and bands from different eras too. I love when they do that, when they get the bands from all different eras to come play together. You know, you got Korn and In Flames from the 90s and stuff, and then you got these bands like, you know, Trivium from the mid 2000s, and then the new bands that we see on there too.
Yeah. And this is never mind. Reading some old thing. Sorry.
Oh, okay. A quick question. Have any of you listened to the new In Flame stuff?
No.
Anybody?
Not at all.
Just me. Okay.
What'd you think? Do you like it?
It's they have a little bit of a return to their roots involved in there. They've changed their mixing sound up a bit. That might intrigue you, Alan. Their production sounds way better than it has for the last 15 years. But the songwriting it's like halfway back to their good days.
I heard that stuff live. Supposed to listen to, I was more familiar with like a couple older albums, and then I just went and saw them. I'm like, all this shit's pretty awesome.
In Flames is a great band, but they definitely went like a sort of mainstream for like a decade and a half, and I fell off completely during that. But this album that they just released a couple days ago is definitely the best album that they've released in the last decade and a half. So I would be interested in seeing them live again. So that's why I saw that and I was like, damn, this is cool. I want to go now.
I never really considered them mainstream, actually. But were they more of mainstream before?
Yeah, they grew their fan base by I think they like said something like they quadrupled it after they released Sense of Purpose, which was like when they toned down their guitar sound, they got much lighter, they got rid of a lot of the distortion, and they started singing way more than screaming.
Yeah.
But yeah, Adam Young saying you could just get a travel agent to handle all that stuff. No, because you have to pay him. Like, this is straightforward. You just pay a price and it's done. You know what I mean? Like, because normally when you go through travel agent, there's a lot of extra fees and all that crap.
Is travel agent a job still? Like, I thought that job just disappeared like 5 years ago.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
Rosie's my travel
agent. It's a unique thing, man. I think it's cool.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. Just because it's all
it's a cool option.
It's all
like they're not forcing you to do it, you know.
Yeah,
like you don't have to do the package, but it's a nice option to have for somebody that doesn't feel like dealing with each individual issue.
How many the price is good enough? You could do it whether you like the fucking band or not.
Yeah,
just to see Japan.
Did it say that covered flights?
Yes,
or just
that's flight, hotels. Like the show,
that's what I'm saying.
Ridiculously affordable.
Yeah, it's really crazy.
It costs more than that.
There you go. Because the flight alone, it was somebody I think said that it's almost $1,400 for the flight.
I looked it up, and because I was trying to figure out the whole like Fox Day, try to get there for that, but it's $2,000 for round trip flight, just the flight. We're not talking about anything else, and I'm like, there's no way I can do that.
There must only be specific airports though that you can like fly out of.
Well, didn't it specifically say it's said on there that they have connecting Like they've set it up so that you have connecting flights.
So we would have to fly to like a big hub like LA or New York or something, and then.
But you know what? That's doable. I can do that.
Yeah.
You know, not a big deal. Get that
I mean,
done.
it doesn't change the price. It'll change the amount of time that you have to travel. But
Yeah.
well, if you're going to be there for 5 days,
Yeah.
Would your connecting flight be included though? Like
that's what it seemed like. It was like the first line that Alan read on that thing said something about that. I didn't exactly.
I have a feeling what it is you travel to the airport or destination. It's probably a one-way flight. I have a feeling it's probably just a one-way flight. So you'd probably have to get your flight to there, which is not a big deal, and it was probably going to be LA. I would just I mean, that's nothing. I had to pay $100 to get to LA. That's fine. And then after that, so I'd have to tack on like another 100. I think it's worth it to me.
You know, the thing that's crazy to me about it is like, okay, so this is 5 days. You're getting like four or 5 days of the board, right? So like you're getting the travel, but you're also, it's not like one night at the hotel. Like a night at a hotel can be a couple $100 over here. You know, so like you're talking about getting like $1,000 worth of hotel nights.
Yeah,
in that package. Plus the plane tickets, that alone is enough to make it worth it. But then you're also getting like the 4 days of traveling around Japan and seeing the concert.
And you get a guide. You get a guide.
And then a fucking guide, an English speaking guide specifically.
In Boston, a hotel room was like $600 a night.
Yeah.
Exactly, dude. That's crazy. I mean, the hotel's probably trash. Like most likely. But it doesn't even matter. Even a cheap hotel is like, you know, that's
it's like crazy. Who cares at that point, you know? But,
exactly.
All right, guys, we have the finals of the Babymetal competition. What song won it all? And it's now official because last week I was trying to say it was official and it wasn't. But who do you think won, champ? You already know who.
Well, I know who won because I'm looking at it right now.
Megastune won the song battle. Guys, join us on Discord if you want to be part of these song battles. This has been something that's been going on for the past month. We're going to start another one soon. We need to find out who the winning brackets are. Do we even know who the winning brackets are on this?
What do you mean?
Like the people that submitted brackets and stuff.
We'll figure that out. Like going forward, I'll talk to Simno this week about it at some point, and we'll figure out who came the closest. He's obviously got his. He's been keeping track of this the whole time. Simno is great, just so you guys know. Pubes. I'm sorry, I'm talking about Pubes. Simno does the top 10.
They're both awesome. They're both awesome.
They're both super helpful for our podcast and do a lot of the work that we don't do. So thank you guys. But he did a great job with this one again. Look at that, 52-23 is what we ended up with.
Crushed it.
52 for Megastune.
Yep. I knew it.
Okay, so I got a funny story that's related to this from last night. I was hanging out with some friends. I guess they're kind of weebs. And I start hearing the song playing. I'm like, why does this sound so familiar? And it was Megastune. And I discovered that a couple of my friends were Babymetal fans. I didn't even know it.
Wow, look at that. That doesn't happen often.
It was funny, though, because I'm like, what song is this? He's like, it's Miget-san.
I was
like, what is that?
I was at work listening at Bandmate playing, and the salesman came in for milling heads and stuff. He's like, "Hey, is that Babymetal?" I'm like, "1, no, but 2,
you know."
He's like, "Well, I just thought it's cool hearing something like that." I'm like, "Yeah, man, it's cool." And
anytime we could get any acknowledgement of the music that we listen to
right
over here, it's wonderful.
Well, Babymetal's big, you know.
Yeah. They were the bridge band for a lot of people into Japanese music, right?
Did I ever tell you guys when I went to Florida last year? There was like a small show, like this guy was playing like a individual, like one person show or whatever, and there was only like 20 people. It was like a restaurant or whatever, and I was wearing my Bandmate shirt, and I walked in, and he just like in the middle of his set like looked over at me, and then he nodded, and then at the end of the first song he went, "I like your shirt, dude," and I was like, "Nice. Fucking A, hell yeah."
Nice.
Oh man,
that's awesome.
Babymetal just hit 1.5 million monthly listeners on Spotify. Wow. Congrats to them.
Yeah, they're crazy, bro. They're crazy. Wow. Good for them.
Yeah, so I guess we're gonna figure out what the voting thing is for next week, but that's it. And that's all we got for today, guys. So I do want to make a correction though. Felgar said that it does not include flights, only airport transfers. It
Well,
did
screw that. That's not worth it.
It did say
What's an airport transfer?
transfers.
What?
but
Yeah. What is a
Transfer from
transfer?
airport to your hotel.
Oh, like a bus?
Like an Uber.
Wave, I'm so sorry when you do a clip on this part because we jumped.
Oh yeah, I'll come grab this little bit.
Yeah.
Put it over here.
We jumped. We've jumped back to that topic so many times.
Right.
Well, okay, so that's way different then. So we're dropping like $1,400 off of the package now at that point. So it's a little less worth it. But if we did the math, if we sat here and did the math and still considered like the hotel package and the amount that the ticket itself cost, it's probably still pretty decent, you know. But that is a big
The
difference.
hotel alone.
We'll get back to you next week with all the mathematics behind it, but you can't put in an application after the 14th. So
Who's our mathematician here?
Yeah, I'm gonna call my accounting friend.
we'll get it all figured out next week when you can't even apply anymore.
Next
I wish
time
I was a
you'll know
Dir
what
En
to
Grey
do.
fan.
I'm happy I'm not at this point because I don't have $2,300.
Say,
I'm not though. Like we listened to them like what once or twice, and I thought it was pretty cool the first time that we checked them out on the group reaction over on our patreon.com/GYZE guys if you'd like to see more of those group reactions or just that one, you know. But and I remember Ryan being very, very into their visual their
nice.
drawings, their
oh yeah.
Had pleasant
their album
dreams about it.
covers.
yeah.
I just you see an image, and you just know it's a massive flesh and blood. I'm like, what is that?
That's all.
It's
As
an
you just
interesting
said
thing,
it. It's
man. Piqued my
flesh and
interest.
blood.
All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and end this off with the top 10. Oh, go ahead, Wade. What were we gonna say?
Wait, that's what I was gonna ask for doing a top 10.
Oh, we are doing a top 10.
All
Okay,
right,
cool.
all right. He said there
Fitness
were some
has
big changes today.
this week.
Okay, I guess when there's big changes, we gotta check it out.
All right, Auto dropped 3 spots. Babymetal, Metal Kingdom is new on the charts at number 9, already outperforming its previous 2 releases, which is strange because it's like the most controversial song that's been released from people. You know, it's interesting. Then Monochrome at number 8.
Are you surprised by that?
No, because since it's so controversial, people are going to check it out more and more, so they can put an analysis on it. So that is gonna end up with more listens, I think.
What's controversial?
Yeah, why is
Metal
it
Kingdom,
controversial?
because people were arguing about the whole: is it metal, not metal? What is this? That kind of
You
thing.
talking about me? You talking about me, right?
I
I didn't affect how this appeared on the chart.
Ryan completely affected the turnout of Metal
Why isn't
Kingdom.
it number 1?
We appreciate you, Ryan, for getting this to number 1 on the chart. Number 9.
Hadesio makes a good point though. It has the girls in the video. The other 2 didn't.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ryan just wanted it to be about him, guys, and you just took it away
Hey.
from him. Thank you, guys.
did you guys all watch the new Metal Kingdom video? With
Yes.
the live
Yep.
footage.
Yep.
Yeah, it was epic.
That was sick.
Oh yeah, so we talked about that last week. You weren't here, Wave.
Oh,
You want to say anything about it?
well, I have my reaction up. It was
Okay.
really cool. It gave me, built even more hype for the song. That was pretty epic. But I don't want to interrupt the top 10.
But that's one of your favorites, right? The Babymetal
Oh,
song?
yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was my favorite song I've heard so far from the new album.
Yeah.
And it's pretty epic to see them live and just, the slow build up and what's it called? Like tension building of it all,
Yeah.
Mhm.
What'd you think of the set and everything that you saw during Babymetal Kingdom?
Freaking epic, dude.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, check out his video for more detailed response on that. Honda VA went up 2 spots to number 7. So this band is just climbing and climbing. This is like one of my favorite songs by them, so I'm not surprised.
I am
just sounds
surprised.
good.
I'm surprised that they're not higher because I've seen such a surgence from them in the last few weeks since the song has dropped.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to be at like number 1 by now, man. Like they are going.
I don't think they're quite
hard.
there. I think it's
They're
just
making
because
some
it
moves,
just
man. It's
started, Go ahead, Ryan.
Mhm.
It says they are making some moves, and they I see a lot more talk about them and stuff. I'm happy too because they're a great band.
And it's also that TikTok thing, man. They're
Yeah.
getting 150,000 followers on TikTok.
1.1 million views on that song.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy, bro.
That's amazing.
Not something that I would ever really expect out of a band like that, to be honest. Like, it just feels so niche, and like so something that I would have tried to get people to listen to, and nobody ever would have. So I'm glad it's actually happening now.
Thank you, TikTok. You did something right.
Yeah, TikTok. Go ahead.
Scar came in number 6, stayed right exactly where it is. We got Susei Hashimachi at number 5, staying right there. Number 4, we have One OK Rock. Number 3, Chainsaw Blood went down a spot. We got TK First Death that went up to number 2. Number 1, we have Zutomayo.
Nice.
I'm sorry, I wasn't even showing the slides. My bad.
It's okay.
I'm gonna see One OK Rock at the end of this month.
Really? Where?
With Evanescence and Muse. They're opening for Muse.
Wow, that sounds. I think you're gonna love that show, man.
Yeah, I'm freaking stoked. I'm like 3 massive bands all together.
Wow.
Like I can't believe One OK Rock's opening for Muse.
Yeah,
Muse is
Rock is
so
huge.
much. Muse is so much bigger than I ever gave them credit for. It wasn't until I started talking to you about it, that I realized that they're like still just enormous. Because I haven't heard about them since in like 10 years. But like their fans, man, they sell out these arenas all over the country. It's nuts.
Yeah, they're playing Target Center here, which I think is like 18,000 or something like that. But it's only like a half. The stage is in the middle. It's like the half thing.
Yeah, but still.
And One OK Rock is really big also. They're a giant band.
All 3 of them. I mean, it's not like Evanescence is small either, All 3 of them, they could all be the headliner of that show, I think.
Evanescence, I think,
depending on where you are.
Evanescence, I think, is the lowest out of all of them, in my opinion.
Is Muse American?
Huge hit. Muse is English.
Yeah, and Evanescence, they're American, right?
They're American, yeah.
I like it feels like depending on where they are in the world, like it would,
3 different continents coming together.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
So most bodacious rise is Passcode with Clouds Across the Moon, going up 34 spot. The most heinous drop, Otto. What? Drop 43 spots. Went down.
Otto's done.
Their career's over.
It's over.
Most excellent new entry, Babymetal Metal Kingdom. Most bogus new entry, Ryan's gonna love this, Saisega.
Oh, so that's how you spell it.
Did you put that in the entry?
No, I didn't.
I forgot the I.
It's in there.
Least
he asks, bogus track, bogus position, you decide.
Least bogus.
Shout out to SJ Nix's interview. He also mentioned Saisega.
Yeah.
Least bogus was BiSH, and still pulling in views is Otto Sim with the rumbling, man, for 500,000 views, still pulling in per week. Dude. What the fuck?
That was another song my weeb friends really loved, because I want to watch Attack on Titan now, because he said that it was super epic when that song played.
Yeah.
It's an awesome series, man.
Did you tell him, be like, we covered it?
I didn't want to make it about myself, but I did. I had already told him that I covered Tank from Cowboy Bebop, so I didn't want to do it again.
Oh. All right.
Ryan, have you watched?
I'm a terrible promoter.
Have you seen all of Attack on Titan?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm on episode 12 of the first season right now.
Oh, shit,
over on my Patreon, I'm about to release the episode 6 over on YouTube, and I'm telling you, man, I've never watched a show where I've had no idea what was going to happen next.
Yeah,
so
dude,
much.
That's one of the best things I've ever watched. It was insane.
I still gotta watch
the world building and the storytelling and the characters and everything. I was just like,
it is crazy.
I love how
we were gonna start My Hero today, but now I want to watch Attack on Titan.
I would do Attack on Titan, man.
My Hero's got so many episodes, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I might be wrong about that. I don't remember.
So hard.
But Attack on Titan, I'll tell you what, man. If you're looking for something serious and intense, go Attack on Titan. If you're looking for something a little more lighthearted, don't, because it is not lighthearted at any point. Okay. At least not in the first 12 episodes.
Andreas says, "Weeb friends?" ? But you're also a weeb. Wave.
Yeah, but most of my weeb friends aren't in person.
True.
What classifies a weeb friend or a weeb. I've never understood that.
Do you watch anime and listen to Japanese music? If so, you are weeb, sir.
Well, okay. I got half of that. I listen to Japanese music, not so much anime. Well, I did just recently started watching anime.
You've seen a lot more anime than I have.
Yeah.
I actually
Don't
probably
kid
not.
yourself.
Probably not, actually. Well, unless you include, like, when I was younger, watching Pokemon, Digimon, and Yu-Gi-Oh! And all that stuff. If you can count
You
all
watched
that.
My Hero. You're the one that recommended it to me, aren't you?
No, I watched 4 episodes. That's when we were trying to do that other channel. And Attack on Titan, I watched 4 episodes, and then we stopped, and we started doing music after that.
Chainsaw Man.
Chainsaw Man is the only one. That's what I was about to say. That's the only one I've
Okay.
done all the way through recently.
Okay.
I feel like I might be considered a weeb at this point now because I've watched 3 animes in the last 2 years, and all I listen to is Japanese rock music.
The problem is I can't open Crunchyroll without wanting to go get sushi. And then we go get sushi and we don't have time to watch
Every time
anime.
I try to watch anime, we end up getting food instead.
To be fair, the food on those anime shows looks like the best food in the world, so it makes me hungry
Really,
every time.
They render their food very well in the end.
Yeah, yes, they do. They're
Something you
CGI
don't
Japanese
get.
food, man.
It's all on
Something
purpose.
you don't get with
The
American
food is
stuff.
the main character.
Yeah. Totally. If you watch Jujutsu Kaisen, for example, they'll have like, you know how some shows have like the end credits, like after the credits, they have like a scene or whatever. Some of the Jujutsu Kaisen ones have nothing to do with the story. It's just them making and eating food. It's so it's so funny, but it is just like so fucking random. They're just like, look at how pretty our food is. Check this out.
Wow.
Silent
Nice.
Chaos says Champ is a rookie weeb.
Oh, okay. Sure. I'll
Yeah,
take
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Why not?
Oh, if you're a rookie weeb, then
You're
not
weeb
even,
in
I'm still
training.
in utero.
I think Champ is the most weeb out of all of us, maybe. Or
I
is
have
it
a
Ryan?
I have a weeb son though, so it's like I feel like I'm getting like deflected weebness over tonight.
Wait,
Weeb
or it
dude.
might be Ryan might have you beat though. I think Ryan's seen more anime than wow. Ryan has beat Champ. Sorry, I cannot talk.
Ryan
With
has-
the amount of anime you've watched, right?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I've watched stuff. One Punch Man, like all the way through, but that seems like that's kind of like a
I did watch
pretty
One
common
Punch.
thing to watch.
I did watch
some of an anime called what is it? The maid that I hired seems very suspicious. I think it's the title of the show. It's one of the weirdest fucking things I've ever watched.
The maid
Sounds
I
fun.
have hired
Yeah, that
is
sounds
very
awesome.
suspicious.
Yeah, I think it's close to what the title is, and it was funny. This kid's not funny, but the kid's parents died, left him the house, and the maid left, and this woman shows up, and she's like, "I'm going to be your maid," basically, and they're like, the kid's like, "That's very suspicious," and it was just like that over and over. Like, how do you know I like this food? That's suspicious.
That sounds funny.
What the fuck is the show?
That's so Ryan's the veteran.
And then it was even weirder trying to explain to my wife when she walks in and, what are you watching? I'm like, oh, it's a maid on anime. It doesn't really look that good.
He's like, what's with this maid obsession you have?
I
Yeah.
know. Oh wow.
Next
Like,
thing
I'm
you know,
done
there's,
watching
like
it.
a maid outfit showing
she
up from
she looks at
Amazon.
your walls and sees Bandmate all over the wall, and then looks
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
Screen, and you're watching about a maid. You're like,
maybe-
two
Maybe I
and
shouldn't
two.
be watching this.
Ryan's gonna walk into their bedroom one
I
day
feel
with
I
like
did something wrong, and I don't think I did anything wrong.
I just can't wait for you to walk in with a duster and start sweeping things in front of her, and she just looks at you and goes, "Oh no."
Ryan's gonna surprise her dressing up in a maid outfit.
If you could pick any one of the maid outfits to wear, Ryan, which one would you wear?
Oh, that's an easy answer for me.
All
I'm
of
going
them.
Misa. I'm taking Misa's outfit every time.
I thought he was gonna say all of them.
Misa's covering up most of her body, and I like that in myself.
Yeah, me too.
I think all of them are covering up most of their body, guys.
Except Akane, she's got the midriff showing.
Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah, but-
It gets
not
hot
that
when you're
much.
playing drums,
Yeah.
moving your limbs so much.
All right, guys. Well, that's the end.
limbs
We are
around.
out of here. Sorry for the craziness and cutting out and coming back in, cutting out, coming back in. But the
Thanks
quality
for sticking
videos
with
will
us,
be
you
up.
troopers.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Hopefully it wasn't too
Yeah.
bad the second time around. But
No,
yeah,
you 87 that are in here right now, you're our favorite 87. Don't tell the other ones.
You're the best.
don't tell the other 87.
Those other people, you know what's up. You guys are special.
We're here for the crazy.
We're
you
here
get
for
the
you.
crazy. We're here for you guys. All right,
Cool.
you guys enjoy your Super Bowl Sunday if you guys are
Enjoy
watching
the Super
that.
Bowl or the Rihanna concert, whatever you're there for.
Yeah,
The commercials.
yeah.
Oh, nice. I didn't know she was playing.
I'm going to bed
that's-
after this. That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to hang out at a Super Bowl party where I probably won't watch any football, but I'll have some food.
Beer and wings, baby. Beer and wings. They make it.
Am I the
Oh,
only
man.
football nerd here?
I love football, bro.
I
Oh,
used to like football, but
I hate the Eagles though, so I am not interested at all in this
Oh.
Super Bowl. I know the Eagles are gonna fucking win. I'm a Giants fan. I don't want to watch them win.
It's like my guilty pleasure watching football clips online of like the craziest plays.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I like
Those are
watching the
fun.
biggest hits. So
Those are fun. Or like
All
actually the recaps on YouTube are like the greatest because it takes the whole 4 hours and puts it in 10 minutes. But anyways, yeah, we should go.
All right.
See you guys.
okay.
Thanks, everyone.
Freaking bye
Adios.
already. Bye. Thanks, everybody.